Poverty, weak law enforcement, and limited education have been main social problems worldwide nowadays. These 3 points are the main causes of child labor in Southeast Asia countries. So what is child labor? According to International Labour Organization or ILO, child labor is work that deprives children of their childhood, their potential, and their dignity, and that is harmful to physical and mental development. Child labor happens in Southeast Asia manifest in many forms. They are all forms of slavery or practices similar to slavery, child trafficking, and child prostitution. Involving children in illicit activities and all activities that harm children's health, morals, and safety. By laboring children, people have just deprived them of their right to enjoy childhood. They don't have time to play and socialize with their friends. Instead, children have to take the responsibility with same as adult responsibility. They are urged to seek money, which is not their responsibility to do so. Many children are doing hazardous environmental work. They must operate dangerous tools and machinery while surviving under the extremely hot or cold weather. Many of them even are obliged to work exceeding time that has been determined by government. These data have shown Myanmar is the first contributor of child labor 5 to 14 years old in Southeast Asia, following with Thailand, Vietnam, Indonesia, Cambodia, Laos PDR, and Timor-Leste. In Philippines, approximately there are 875,700 children labor 5 to 14 years according to Philippine Statistics Authority. These children are often abused by their employers. Based on research in Malaysia, 454 working children there are admitted for being abused in many ways, such as being insulted, denied food, and up to sexual harassment. Mostly both rural and urban children in Southeast Asia work in agricultural sector. This is happened due to geographical factor of Southeast Asia. This problem can be solved unless all parties of each state take responsibility to participate in stopping child labor. As a party of conventions talking about protection to child, state government have to produce such sound policies supporting child labor abolishment. These sound policies purpose mainly to strengthen the former policies regarding the child right and to improve the quality of their life. Strengthening former policies can be done in many ways, such as renewal, reform, or adding new policy. These policies include education, social, health, and family economic welfare as an effort to reduce poverty. Childbirth registration is essential to permit the exercise of those child rights. This will furthermore provide employers and labor inspectors with evidence of every child's age in order to cut down and prevent child labor abuse. Parental training by government can share understanding to parents about child rights. And finally, these sound policies can create only minimum possibility of recurrence of child labor. So what should we do as an ordinary people? As society of Southeast Asia country, we can function ourselves as conscious and powerful consumer. Conscious customers should not buy even use children labor's production. We should make sure that products we are buying are not the work of children labor. As powerful consumer, we then could share our own voices about that product with the world of child labor. Through our feedback and campaign, other consumers will make such consideration of whether consuming that product. By avoiding consuming children labor's production continuously, that production will be reduced. No one produces what no one buys. Besides that, people has to support all policies raising the child right. This support is not only manifest in obeying and implementing those policies, but also can be manifest in participating on government and private sector's program with purpose to raise child right. Youth can volunteer themselves to guarantee access of education, healthcare, and other child rights. These two actors have to hand in hand combat child labor together. So let's combat child labor around us. Don't let our children's future being deprived.